Right. Let's get some answers.
Oh, wir spielen als Tabby an der Universität. Das ist ja total cute. Ja, wunderbar. Cool. Wir sind noch irgendwie näher dran, oder? An ihr als. Achso, nee, sie stand nur weit vorne. Okay, also wir spielen Tabby, wir sind an der Uni. Also ein langes Gespräch mit dem Herrn Mafia-Boss. Aber sehr interessant, sehr aufschlussreich. Und ja. Das heißt, wir sind jetzt offiziell doch damit beauftragt, herauszufinden, was da passiert ist. Und gucken mal. Und jetzt geht es darum, dass wir hier rausfinden, was mit diesem Zettel da los ist. Saberfest ist momentan hier an der Uni. Und wir gucken mal. Tabby war auf jeden Fall mal hier, denke ich mal.
I don't want to carry around photos of strangers. That's what Cuddles would do.
Ja, das stimmt. Oh.
What is it with you people and bells?
Edna, how are you? I didn't realize you'd changed jobs.
I didn't. This is my day job.
2 jobs? Oh, well, aren't you a productive possum? And your little hat is adorable.
Yes, everyone comments on my productivity.
Okay, also Edna arbeitet auch hier. Das ist ja sehr interessant. Du hast einen süßen Hüte auf, ja.
I love that you put on a hat to celebrate Saberfest. That's
Saberfest.
the spirit.
It wasn't my choice.
Oh, yeah, now I remember. All staff have to wear one during Saberfest, don't they?
It's a stupid rule.
Don't you also have to respond to his catchphrase if someone says it to you?
Tabby, don't you dare!
Thanks!
Tabby, don't make me muffle you!
Of!
Tabby, you're better than this!
Of?
Fury.
Woohoo! Fangs of Fury!
They're lucky I need this job.
Ach ja, so ist das also.
Why do you work here during the day?
I have a real passion for shaping young minds through the power of literacy.
Oh, how wonderful.
That was my joking voice. Can you imagine? No, it's for the money. I collect cactuses, and they don't come cheap.
I love those plants. They're so cute with their little ears and adorable arms. You just want to snuggle them up.
Sure. And then they snuggle their cute little thorns into your adorable little face. Cactuses are for spritzing with water, Tabby, not for hugging.
Oh, right. I'll keep my paws clear. How many do you own by now?
9.
A good start.
118.
Ja, was ist hier mit dem Fest? No, das
It's
würde mich
great
auch
to see that
interessieren.
Saberfest is still going on. Woo-woo! Go, Sabie!
No! No! Unsolicited wooing is not permitted anymore.
Oh, sorry?
Wow, this and wow, that. I've had enough. No more wooing from drunken students wandering in and asking for a free beer. And no more wooing for that annoying mascot and his stupid catchphrase.
Oh, Edna, come on. You were young once, right? I assume? Besides, Saberfest is just good fun. I used to dress up as Sabie every year and join in the parade.
Exactly. And now you work for Cuddles. It's a slippery slope, Tabby. One woo too many, and you end up employed by an irritating PI.
Oh, he's not that bad. A bit scatterbrained, maybe unconventional. What did he even do to make you dislike him so much?
Oh, I'll tell you. I'll tell you! On his first day, he knocked my cat cuss off the desk at the police station. Abigail was only 2 weeks old. I'll never forgive him.
Oh, okay, das war's schon. Er hat nur den Kaktus umgeworfen. Okay.
Aren't you exhausted working both day and night? When do you rest?
I have the constitution of a bull. If I was sleep-deprived, you'd know it. I'd be cranky all the time.
Gosh, yeah. Can you imagine? Were you sleeping behind the desk when I came in?
I didn't get any rest last night.
Ah, a busy night at the station. Lots of filing to do. I know how that goes. You know, I always tell myself just one more binder, and then before I know it, it's midnight.
Tabby, please get some hobbies. And no, that's not why I was up late. I was interrogating a cake werewolf.
I feel like even if you explained that, I still might not understand.
Ja dann,
Talk soon, Edna.
bis später. Gucken wir uns das an. Ja, das ist ja super interessant, dass Edna hier auch noch arbeitet. Okay, also geht's rein, raus. Dann haben wir hier das Handtuch irgendwie. Ich weiß auch nicht. Hier geht's zum Ausstellungsraum des Saberfestes,
So
des
many
Student Exhibition.
Let's see what they all are.
Ja, gucken wir mal, was das hier alles ist. Das ist ein
Should have
Gemälde.
made this picture out of old telephone books. For justice.
Aber ich sollte doch eigentlich was
It's
rausfinden.
pretty fragile. I shouldn't mess with it.
Genau. Und da haben wir eine Statue. Das kann man da drücken, weil die hat eine Glühbirne in der Hand. Oder was ist hier damit los?
It doesn't look very sturdy. I've got to be careful.
Ja, genau. Sei mal ein bisschen careful.
It looks like it'll collapse if I touch it with a single finger.
Okay, was ist das hier?
That's worth more than I make in ever. I'm not going near it.
Okay, gut. Schauen wir mal weiter, was hier so gibt. Oh, der große Saberwolf.
This is quite a good model.
Der Speer sieht aber gut aus.
If Cuddles were here, he'd probably have half this exhibition in his pockets
Ja.
already. But I'm not gonna pick up random things unless I have to.
Ach, komm schon. Wir müssen noch alles aufheben, was man aufheben kann, Tabs. Das gilt auch für dich. Das gilt auch für dich. Ja, Moment. War es das jetzt ja schon? Ist das schon die ganze Universität? Das ist ja ein bisschen low. Also, ganz ehrlich. Wir müssen noch ein paar mehr Sachen hier irgendwie. Und wir sollen ja was herausfinden. Geht's hier noch irgendwo hin? Ah, da geht's in die Bibliothek. Genau, okay, da wollte ich hin. So, genau. Wir wollen ja gucken,
If
ob
I
wir ein...
start poking around with these, I'll never get anything else done.
Da müssen wir mal schauen. Okay, es geht um was? Pferdeschublade? Die Affenschublade? Was ist denn hier in
There
der
are too many films to
Pferdeschublade?
go through one by one. I need to know what I'm looking for.
Okay, also ich will ja was zu diesem Spruch herausfinden, ne? Habe ich den dabei? Ja, das hier.
Apart from the paint, just an ordinary piece.
Sie hat einen Schlagring dabei. Die Mädels.
I'm not in danger right now. They can rest.
Okay, wow. Ja, diese Stadt ist wirklich interessant.
Those don't go together.
Kann ich das nochmal genau angucken? Warte mal, ich würde es mir gerne nochmal genau
I
anschauen.
need to find out if there's a record of this in the library archives.
Genau. A gentle cat in the desert. Ja, der Leopard vielleicht?
Drawers full of microfilm. There are too many.
Okay, nee, da muss ich nochmal, ich brauche noch genauere Informationen. Und das ist der Mikrofilmlesertyp. Das heißt, ich muss jetzt noch rausfinden.
Such wonderful books. Cuddles has a collection too, but they're pretty much all about investigating. Or food. These are about everything.
Da haben wir noch einen
That's
Globus.
the world. I love Firth.
Firth, also Firth, die Furry Earth, ne? Gut. Können wir das Fenster aufmachen?
Short, kitty arms can't reach.
Okay, vielleicht muss ich ja was rausschmuggeln, aber dafür bräuchte ich vielleicht den Speer. Okay, also wir brauchen noch mehr Informationen und den richtigen Film. Wird wirklich sie uns da helfen? Ich bin nicht sicher, ehrlich gesagt. Was sind das hier für Fotos?
It's a frame filled with student photos. Ugh, I don't think I've ever seen so many terrified
Ach so.
faces in one place before.
Vielleicht müsste ich Edna einfach mal den Zettel zeigen, hä? Das würde vielleicht hilfreich sein. Vielleicht hat sie eine Idee dazu.
I'm here to investigate a phrase.
Oh, well, you'll want the phrase investigation department then. It's out the front door, take a left and keep going until I can't see you anymore.
No, I think it might be a book. A Gentle Cat in the Desert.
They made a book of that? Remind me never to read it.
What do you mean? It's not a book?
A film from... well, you weren't born yet. Long ago. I remember hating it. Something like the cat goes into the desert to find his missing wife. spends 2 hours whining, and ends up becoming the leader of a society of underground couch people.
Oh.
Unbearable.
A film. Yes, that fits. Is there a way to check?
Well, just watch it. I'm sure you'll agree with me.
I mean to check if it is a film. Is there a record somewhere?
Do you want a list of all films ever made? Conveniently at par?
Well, if you put it like that.
We do have that, actually. I printed them all out recently to see how much ink the printer can hold. Here you go.
Ah. Wow. Okay, eine riesige Liste mit all diesen Filmen. Schauen wir mal rein. Also, Absolute Casserole, Academy in the Eyes, Academy of Cloud und so weiter. Und wir suchen Gentle Cat in the Desert oder so, ne, war das. Kann ich irgendwie scrollen? Cat in the Desert? War das bei A? Achso. A. Conquers Fascinator. Dann müsste das ja da stehen, oder? Oder ist es bei Desert? Nein, warte, aber bei Gently Cat, der war es auch nicht drin. Hat sie noch gesagt, wie das heißt? Nee, ne? Ah, Gentle Cat. Gentle Cat in the Desert. Da haben wir es.
So it is a film. Oh, I wonder why Edgar wrote it down. A
Monkey
clue?
2.
Or was he just organizing a movie night? There's the date it premiered. 2nd month of the Year of the Monkey. Ugh, Year of the Monkey? Why is everyone in this city obsessed with using animal symbols instead of numbers?
Ja,
Probably Havelock's fault again.
verstehe
I
ich auch
should
nicht.
check newspapers for that date. They'll be on the microfilm.
Gut. Hammer. Den gucken wir uns jetzt an, den Film. Das ist ja interessant. Schön, schön, schön. Also, jetzt pass mal auf. Monkey haben wir gesagt. 02. Ab.
Here we go. This is where the newspapers for that month will be. This
Mikrofilm.
is the newspaper film for that month.
Gut, alles klar. Und dann schauen wir uns den hier an im Mikrofilm-Lesegerät Dingenskirchens. Das ist wirklich wie in so einem klassischen
That's it. I can play this on that old machine.
Abenteuer-Dinges, wo ich ja da rein einfach.
That's it.
Ja, kannst du es auch benutzen. Ah ja, okay. Gut, dann legen wir den Mikrofilm hier irgendwie da auf. Wo kommt der hier so da drauf, ja?
I don't think anyone's used this machine in years. The light bulb needs to be replaced.
Nein, das hat, warte mal. Die Lightbulb hat auch die Dame da drüben in der Hand. Jetzt muss ich es doch mitnehmen, ne? Ha! Und schon fängt Tabby auch so an zu arbeiten wie Cuddles. Da ist doch eine Glühbirne.
If Cuddles were here, he'd probably have half this exhibition in his pockets already. But I'm not gonna pick up random things unless I have to.
Ja, aber du musst, wir brauchen ja eine
It's a
Glühbirne.
real light bulb.
Ja, nimm sie mit.
If
Okay, gut, sie ist offenbar noch nicht so weit, dass sie gecheckt hat, dass sie eine Glühbirne braucht. Hat Edna vielleicht eine? Nee, okay.
talk soon, Edna.
Aber habe ich das noch nicht getriggert? Müssen wir mal gucken, weil eigentlich war jetzt klar, dass ich eine Glühbirne brauche. Vielleicht muss ich da noch irgendwas öffnen bei dem Ding oder so. Hier?
Ow! Well, paint my pads and call me
ich brauch das
Gemma.
Tuch.
That's hot. I'll need assistance to remove that.
Okay. Dann doch wieder raus. War ich zu voreilig, ne? So, hier. Handtuch.
That doesn't look like a public use towel.
Okay, was ist denn das für ein Handtuch?
A framed towel in a university? Now I've seen everything.
Gut, Edna weiß das bestimmt.
Why do you have a framed towel on the wall?
That's the muffling tower.
The muffling towel. That sounds ominous.
Good. It's supposed to be a deterrent. This is a quiet zone. Noisy students, get the towel.
And those photos next to the towel? Of terrified cats?
Ah, the wall of shame. Probably my greatest achievement. After my cat cuss collection. Between that and the towel, library attendance is down by 75%.
You mean problematic attendance?
That too.
Okay.
Doesn't the Furrington University Board disapprove of muffling students?
No student has complained yet. And I expect it to stay that way.
I imagine the towel pressed over their mouths makes complaining difficult.
Yes, it's a good system, isn't it? And it works on university board members too.
Gut, also ich brauchte dieses Tuch auf jeden Fall.
Edna, the bulb in the microfilm reader is very old and faint. Do you have a spare?
We don't keep spares.
Ja.
Try squinting.
Edna, could I borrow that towel?
Does someone need muffling?
No. I just want to pick something up with it.
Oh, too bad. I loaned the grasping towel out to the zoology department yesterday. This towel is only for noisy students.
Das Begriffshandtuch.
I need the muffling towel. There are noisy students in the library.
I don't hear anything.
Aha. Okay. Okay, wir müssen Lärm erzeugen. Da müssen wir irgendwie das Fenster aufmachen. Genau. Fenster aufmachen für laute Studenten. Sie kommt aber nicht ran.
It's out of...
Genau, aber da
That's a
draußen.
big window. There's a latch at the top.
Okay, dann brauchen wir doch wieder den Speer und sowas, ne? Gucken mal. Oh, und so ein Helm. Kann ich den haben? Den hätte ich
The
gerne.
exhibition is through the entrance to my left.
Ah, okay. Gut, ich kann doch bestimmt jetzt irgendwie alles kaputt machen. Also das hier könnte ich doch einfach nehmen jetzt,
Doesn't
oder?
look... Well, here goes nothing.
Okay. Also sie hat schon angefangen damit.
Whoops.
Oh Gott.
Gosh, I really thought that would have been attached more firmly.
Ja, okay. Wir lassen den jetzt einfach mal da liegen. Und den Speer brauche ich. Kann ich auch den Speer haben, bitte?
I'm just gonna borrow this, Mr. Tooth. I'll be sure to put it back.
Ja. Okay, there you go. Gut, schön. Das heißt, wir können jetzt mit dem Speer das Fenster aufmachen und danach können wir sie überzeugen, dass sie uns das Tuch gibt und wir können dann diese Birne tauschen und fertig ist die Kiste, hätte ich gesagt. So, das läuft ja mal wieder.
I need to be careful
rein.
with this. It is a weapon after all.
Ja, alles ist gut. Alles ist gut. So, du machst das schon, Tabby.
Oh, fun festive sounds are coming in from outside now.
Ja, sehr schön. Sehr schön. Reisen nach Rezeption, das ist eine weite Reise. So, aber jetzt hört sie doch bestimmt die Leute, oder?
I need the muffling towel. There are noisy students in the library.
Genau.
I don't hear anything.
Mist, muss die Tür offen lassen. Kann ich da irgendwie was hier in die Tür stellen oder so, damit das offen bleibt?
Those don't go together.
Der muss doch aufbleiben, oder? Wie könnte sie das sonst mitbekommen? Gut. Aber jetzt hört sie die ja, oder? Wenn wir von hier aus... Ah, Mist. Ah, nee, dann ist es wieder ruhig.
Talk soon, Edna.
Okay, wir müssen da irgendwas in die Tür klemmen, hätte ich gesagt.
Listen to all that festivity outside.
Ja, eben. Wir müssen irgendwas reinklemmen. Vielleicht den Speer?
I don't think that will work.
Okay, ja, okay. Was ist mit den Mädels?
Those do not go together.
Was ist, hat man schon Glühbirne? Nee, das ist
No,
für was
that
anderes. Aber irgendwie muss ich die Tür offen halten. Da ist auch irgendwie kein anderer Anhaltepunkt. Ah, ein Bewegungssensor. Warte mal, kann ich den irgendwie zukleben oder so? Oder zuhaften? Oh, ich kann ihn kaputt machen. Warte mal, kann ich den einen ordentlichen Box geben?
I don't think that will work. I don't think that will
Ja, komm schon. Mist. Ich dachte wirklich, das funktioniert. Dass ich den Bewegungssensor da kaputt machen kann. Okay, und hier? Bibliothek, Bewegungssensor ist auch hier oben.
I just need to move close enough and it will open the door. Listen to all that festivity outside.
Okay, und wenn sie offen ist, vielleicht dann kaputt machen?
I don't think that will work.
Was? Ah,
If they can stop a jaw, they can stop a door.
Oh.
As Mom used to say.
wow.
They'll definitely keep the doors open.
Ja,
This should keep those pesky doors open.
diese
I'll pick
garstigen
up the
Türen.
girls before I leave.
Die Girls. Herzhat, so wollen wir das. Jawohl.
I need the muffling towel. There are noisy students in the library. Ugh, you hear that ruckus? Someone's wooing in the microfilm room.
What? How dare they make so much noise?
They need to be taught a lesson, you're right. But, oh, you had a really late night, and you've got all that spritzing to do. Why don't you give me the towel, and I'll take care of it? It's mufflin time!
I like your passion, Tabby. You are worthy to bear the towel.
Ja, dann. Okay. Dann werden wir jetzt mit dem Tuch
There are some
einfach...
festive sounds coming in from outside.
Genau, dann kann ich ja jetzt... kann ich die Mädels wieder mitnehmen?
Could I do anything with these?
Okay, gut, kann ich noch nicht. Ja, gut. So, dann Automaten und die Birne tauschen. Ja, komm schon. Ganz wunderbar wird das gleich hier. So, tschack, tschack.
Now I can grab it. Nobody's gonna have use for a burnt out light bulb. I'll
Ist
just
so.
get rid of it.
Sie wirft sie einfach weg. Okay, ist auch, finde ich, interessant, dass wir ein Spiel haben, der einfach immer sagt, diese Gegenstände
This should brighten
brauchst du
things
nicht mehr. Die schmeißen wir weg.
Gentle Cat in the Desert premieres amidst funding furor. A Gentle Cat in the Desert, a hotly anticipated film from veteran director #Jack Spiker, premiered with much fanfare at the Gibbon Theatre last night, with big celebrities including Potter Lee, the famed auteur, in attendance. But no eyes were on Potter last night. Amid a flurry of controversy around the financing of the movie, Bartholomew Montague, local actor and star of the film, walked down the red carpet with a mysterious but very pregnant cat on his arm. Bartholomew laughed away the accusations that the movie was sponsored by mob money, stating it was nothing more than jealous rumors. He was less blasé when asked about the lackluster critical reception of the movie. Critics have lambasted the movie for substandard acting, direction, and writing, and say that MMF film industry cannot expect to grow with productions of this quality. A Gentle Cat in the Desert is likely to be one of the biggest flops of the year. Ooh. So Bartholomew was a movie star.
Aha.
Interesting. I wonder who the lady that accompanied him was. I'd better get a printout of this.
Ja, wahrscheinlich die Mutter von Edgar.
This should be enough for cuddles. Better grab the girls and get back to the office. Shame. I wonder if he's still sleeping.
Ja, das war doch ein süßer Ausflug mit Tabby und wir haben ein bisschen was rausgefunden, was es mit diesem Film auf sich hat. Oh.
Did I sleep through
Ist schon wieder Abend, ja?
I
Schöne
had a dream
Skyline.
last night, Ramon. I was in a forest, running away from mushrooms. Toadstools with stubby little toadstool legs chasing me through the trees. They had tiny, sharpened sticks in their hands, and they were yelling at me with their cute mushroom mouths. It was adorable, but I was terrified. What could it mean?
Good evening, sir.
Tabby, what are you still doing here at this time of night?
You were passed out, sir. I wanted to be sure you were all right after your encounter.
Oh, thanks, Tabster. I appreciate it. I'm fine, though, really.
Were you on the phone to someone? I heard you talking.
Oh, no, I was just telling Ramon about my weird dream. I was running away from armed toadstools in a forest, and I think my feet were made of rubber. Do you think it means something?
Oh, did you eat any camembert before you went to sleep? You know how cheese affects you.
I don't think so.
Then it's probably just your subconscious panicking, you know. Oh no, what if the scary mobster cuts me into a million little pieces, Ramon?
Oh, thanks. That makes me feel a lot better.
The way forward is to focus on the facts, sir. And I've got a juicy one from my trip to the university. I found out something about Bartholomew.
That's what I'm talking about. Teamwork. Great stuff, Tabs. Let's hear it.
Well, we were on the right track, sir, but missed the mark a bit. A Gentle Cat in the Desert isn't a book. It's a film. And not only that, Bartholomew was one of the stars. It was meant to be a tentpole production to catapult the Meow Meow Furrington film industry to worldwide acclaim.
Wait, since when do we have a local film industry?
Yeah, we don't. Not anymore. Gentle Cat was a massive failure, and when other films also failed to do as well as hoped, the entire thing collapsed. Apparently there's a few paw prints in the cement somewhere in the city, and that's all that remains of it.
And Bartholomew was in the movie, you say? That must have been before his mob days.
Not necessarily, sir. The papers back then were choked with speculation over where the money for the film came from, and most of them pointed at the mob. It might have been how Bartholomew first got involved with them.
Interesting. Yeah, that would add up. Maybe he promised them a nice cut of the profits, and it all went bad, and he had to pay off his debt somehow. Do you have a copy of the article?
Just this photo, sir.
Oh, wow, the premiere. Gosh, he looks so young. He looks a lot like Edgar.
Never mind that, sir. Take a look at who he's with.
A co-star, maybe? Can't see the face.
It's not her face that caught my eye.
What do you mean? But that means, Tabby, how long ago was this?
Pretty much 3 decades, sir.
Well now, isn't that interesting?
Might explain why Edgar was looking into his father's past. Perhaps he was trying to find out her name too?
That sounds plausible. I think it's time I pay a visit to Mr. Montague and see what he has to say about it.
Are you feeling better after your chat last night?
I am now. Who is he anyway, really? If you think about it, just a big cat with a lot of money. I bet he doesn't even own a declawing machine. I like this city, Tabby. It's where I keep all my stuff. I'm not gonna let those mushrooms scare me out of it.
Those mobsters?
Mobsters. Yep. Totally what I meant. Totally. Thanks for the help, Tabby. Time to wade deeper into this mess.
Ja, genau, jetzt ist an dem Punkt, wo wir einfach zu Montague fahren, Montague, und das Gespräch mit ihm wahrnehmen, hätte ich gesagt. Denn er wollte uns ja unbedingt sehen heute Abend. Er hat anscheinend den ganzen Tag hier verschlafen, ein bisschen gestresst.
I can't put it off any longer. I'm heading to Bartholomew.
Ja,
Good luck, sir. And be careful. I'll wait here until you get back.
ja, genau.
Thank you, Tabby. If you don't see me again by tomorrow, tell the police to look for me in Bartholomew's basement, I guess.
Alles Gleiche. Gut, ab in die Stadt. Wieder zurück hier in die... Ah ja, Meowies Morphium, Emporium. Das haben wir jetzt schon, diese Lagerhalle, wo dieser Catnap-Diener anscheinend irgendwie ist. Wir werden aber trotzdem zuerst schon in den Nitty Kitty Club mal wieder zurückkommen.
Seems word is spread about Edgar. Looks like he knew quite a lot of people.
Das heißt, die haben heute zu, haben heute geschlossen Trauerfeiern, ne? Da wird ein Denkmal hier.
Oh, Superstorm is gone. Must have gone back to Pepe.
Oh ja, Storn ist weg. Da dachte ich mir jetzt, ich gehe mal eben rüber und guck mal, ob wir Storn noch mal finden. Aber gut, oder Superstorm. Okay, niemand ist da. Wir gehen zuerst mal in den Keller.
Ah, locked. Pepe and Storm must be out distributing pamphlets.
Okay, dann gucken wir mal. Hier geht's dann hoch ins Büro, schätze ich. Ah nee, mit dem Aufzug, ne? Genau, wir haben diesen goldenen Aufzug da rechts. Tinkles auch nicht. Ah, da vorne. Die Leiche ist weg. Ah, sieht schon schrecklich aus hier. Tinkle.
I'm here to see Bartholomew.
Tinkle knows. Boss Cat told him to expect Kitty. Is Kitty in trouble?
I'm not in trouble. I'm doing my civic duty as the investigator of a criminal case to...
Tinkle thinks Kitty should be careful with word criminal.
I didn't mean... I'm gonna go inside now.
Kitty is not as dumb as you look, then.
Mhm. Oh, wow.
Thank you, Tinvun Kiljunta.
Was?
Bartholomew stared at me silently after Tinkle left. Clearly, I wasn't the only cat who had slept restlessly. He
Coole
wore the
Waffen hat
same
er.
clothes I'd seen him in the night before. He had bags under his eyes. The bite of whiskey filled the air. Tinvankle, what now?
Did you think his parents named him Tinkle? It's only this foolish city that still cleaves to the stupid tradition of giving children sappy names. He merely got tired of nobody in the city pronouncing it properly. So he shortened it.
I see, so I guess you could say he crushed it. Hey. The flat stare I got told me that my attempt at comedy was not appreciated. Thankfully, he changed the topic, sparing me from more awkwardness.
Do you believe that a son should pay for the sins of his father, Nutter Butter?
I don't believe that anyone should pay for someone else's mistakes, especially if the price is death, but the world is an unfair place.
Ah, and it is your job to make it fair?
No. My job is to try.
How noble. Your clients must find you a delight with your self-deprecating humility, righteous words, and penchant for irreverent comedy. But what of family, Nutter Butter? Can justice be served when your sin is your bloodline?
It can always be served. Sins aren't found in blood. They're found in actions. They can be traced to those who performed them and used as evidence to hold them to account. The big cat's keen gaze unnerved me. I had been ready to be yelled at again, threatened, even ignored. But not whatever this was. Interrogated, conversed with.
So, do you believe that my son was killed because of me? Because of the actions I took?
I don't have enough information to say yet. Have you done anything recently that would have given someone a revenge motive? Any overdue parking tickets, just for example? He did not like that. Not at all. His eyes narrowed, and one side of his mouth rose in a snarl to reveal bone-white canines embedded in blood-pink gums.
Does this strike you as a time for levity, Nutter Butter? You wield your graceless wit like a dulled blade, probing for what? Information? Weakness? Guilt? Spare me the deflections and tell me, have you considered what I told you last night?
He used his words like bludgeons. The bigger, the better. That was fine. I could talk a lot too. And I'd read all the books on my bookshelf. I knew words. I have considered it, Mr. Montague, at length, but you're not the first cat to threaten me, and I have no doubt the last either. So if you think I'm going to roll over the moment someone bigger than me bares his fangs, I need you to understand, all cats are bigger than me. I won't be your lap cat, Mr. Montemute. I don't report to you, and I don't work for you. I won't slink to your side the moment you snap your fingers. You don't like my jokes, that's fair. Black humor is far from rare in my line of work, but I can understand it turning your nose at a time like this. But I'm not going to stop being who I am for you. I'm a PI and not a police cat because I value my independence no matter which side of the law I'm dealing with. I told you last night that I would find your son's killer, and I stand by that. I swear it, even on Edgar. I was ready to die right then, for Tinkle to burst in and turn me into wet red kibble with his gargantuan paws, but it had to be said. I couldn't have done the case under pretense. He needed to know who he was dealing with. And at last, it seemed he did.
You surprise me, Nutter Butter, but do not use his name like that ever again. Very well. Do you have any information for me?
I had to wet my tongue before I could continue. Out of the frying pan, into the mobster fire. There are a few pieces of evidence I'd like to discuss with you, yes, but last night's interaction was heated, and I would like to avoid a repeat. We will be discussing unpleasant topics. Do I have your assurance that you will remain as collected as you are now?
Collected? Yes, I will be as collected as I am now. I will nod and smile and pretend that I do not feel crippled by the loss whenever I think of my son, or filled with unquenchable rage to punish his killer. Your mother should have taught you not to judge a cat by the shine of his coat, Nutter Butter. My pain is vast. It would swallow you, and you would drown in it, alone and forgotten, mewling forever. I am not collected. I am enraged.
I stared into eyes that burned like holes into a place beyond the world. A terrible place. And then he blinked, and they were simply eyes again.
But my suffering will not aid you in finding the murderer. So you have tonight, and tonight only, to ask me whatever questions you wish. I will answer them, all of them, as truthfully and calmly as you can hope for, and reserve my anguish for when I am alone, when it shall not bother you.
I didn't mean...
Orphan, widow, widower. Words made of pain, for pain, yet they at least grant an identity. But for a parent that loses a child, nothing. The very idea is so terrible that we leave it nameless. So I am denied even that simple expression, and my grief must remain anonymous, and all the worse for it. Consider that, and hope that you never, ever feel anything a fraction as terrible.
I wanted to say something, anything, that would show I understood, but did I? I'd come here to stand up to a bully, but I'd only succeeded in becoming the antagonist. I'd expected to have to face down a monster, but all I'd found was a cat in pain. Mr. Montemute, do you have someone you can talk to, about what's happened? He didn't say a word, but I saw a look in his eye that answered my question. I am so sorry for your loss.
Your sorrow is meaningless to me. Tell me what you have found.
Ja, endlich. Aber es sind aber lange Dia-Monologe hier in dem Spiel. Das ist wirklich, ich weiß nicht, es ist natürlich schön, weil das die Stimmung so trägt, ist aber für uns so für den Gameflow ist das natürlich ein bisschen zäh. Aber naja, es sind ja immer gut synchronisierte und intensive Gespräche. Ich finde das ganz gut. Also, wir haben die Visitenkarte gefunden. Wir erklären dir mal alles gerade eben, während es im Hintergrund donnert und blitzt.
I found this business card on your son's body. Do you know where it's from?
Celestine.
Who's that?
A mercenary of a cat. That's his business card. He owns The Establishment, a venue that myself and other cats like me use as neutral ground. But I've only ever gone there with Team Vunkil-Junta. Edgar knew of it, certainly, but he never expressed the slightest interest.
Worth following up on?
If Edgar was there, that tricky two-color cat would definitely have taken note. If only to find a way to exploit it to his own ends.
Oh, I'll pay him a visit then. Can I have the address?
You'll find them not far from here, across Herod Bridge, in Cabacon Street.
Okay. Ja, was ist mit dem Film von damals?
Your son made a note of something. He seemed quite keen to keep it a secret. A Gentle Cat in the Desert. A movie title, it would seem. We did some poking around and discovered that you have an interesting history. An actor. I would never have guessed.
Am I the first actor you've met, Nutter? You seem disbelieving that we exist.
Oh, you exist, but you don't advertise the fact either. Did Edgar know of your previous occupation before recently? I mean,
I don't think so. I never brought it up. It was so long ago, and I didn't want him to.
To dig into the drama around your final production? I have a theory about where the murky trail of funding for that film ends. How did you get your foot in the door of this line of work in the first place, Mr. Montemute? Is it possible some of your investors sought to get some long-delayed recompense?
That's not a theory, it's a hypothesis. A very fanciful one.
Well, then give me some facts, Mr. Montemute. Your son starts looking into a film you made decades ago and dies. Did he speak to the wrong people? Or something else entirely? I couldn't help but notice a very pregnant cat standing next to you on the red carpet. The dates add up, Mr. Montemute. How is his mother doing? He kept his expression mostly still, but his mouth twitched unhappily at that.
I hope the story you're spinning is entertaining you, Nutter, because it is a fiction. Spiderwebs and shadows. You are correct on one count. That is Edgar's mother. Barely. She had other ideas about where she wanted her career to go, and a child did not fit into it. That cursed film was the end of my acting career, and the end of her involvement in our lives. If Edgar was looking into my past, he would have learned nothing beyond what I told him when I felt he was old enough. That he had one parent who loved him, and one who did not.
So, ich hätte jetzt hier zwar noch ein paar Sachen, die ich gerne fragen müsste, aber ich weiß nicht, ob das jetzt mit der Lautstärkenkulisse im Hintergrund so hinhaut wegen dem Regen und weil die Katze jetzt hier die ganze Zeit abmaunst. Sonst hätte ich gesagt, wir machen hier jetzt einen Break und dann gucken wir uns das beim nächsten Mal weiter an. Ich denke, ich kann das jetzt erstmal hier so beenden, hoffe ich, weiß ich nicht. Und dann beim nächsten Mal weitermachen. Ich weiß tatsächlich nicht, ob das geht, dass ich jetzt die Sachen nicht bespreche. Also ja, auch ein bisschen dumm. Oder wir besprechen die Sachen jetzt noch durch, aber ich werde mal das Mikrofon währenddessen muten und dann besprechen wir die Sachen jetzt erstmal mit ihm noch. Dann haben wir die ganzen Gespräche zumindest mal drin, denke ich. Und ja, dann haben wir die Sachen hier schon besprochen mit ihm.
I've heard from your staff that whenever Edgar visited the club, he'd invariably go to your office. Except last night. Why's that?
Are you sure you're an investigator, Nutter? I was out of the country. Of course, he didn't bother going to my office.
Does he only go there if you're around? Do you socialize outside of work? What did you talk about last?
How is any of that relevant? If you're fishing to ask if we'd had a fight, we did not. He was just taking some time to be alone. He had the other key card for my office elevator. He knew he was free to come and go as he pleased. As for what we discussed last, the loss of his friend, the expansion of the business, goals for the future, mundanities.
I found a bag of nip on Edgar's body.
Nip? No. You are mistaken.
I'm really not. I promise. The packet was in his clenched paw, as if he'd just received it. He apparently met up with someone at the club, and they acted somewhat suspiciously.
Listen to me. Edgar did not take Nip.
I understand Edgar had not been to the club in months. Have you seen him personally in that time? Could he perhaps have picked up some new habits? I've also heard that you do not tolerate drug use by your staff, but does that extend to your family? It's not as simple to fire a son as it is an entertainer, for example.
Is that a reference to Platy and her unseemly dependency? Yes, I know of it. She doesn't hide it nearly as well as she seems to think. But as long as what she takes comes in a bottle, served over a pharmacy counter, I don't care. When it starts coming in a bag, smuggled paw to paw in a dirty alleyway, then I take action.
All right, but you still can't be certain Edgar wasn't indulging. How close were you two? Could he have been hiding it from you?
Do you know any Nip addicts, Nutterbutter? It's not something you tuck into a pocket and turn to when you have a free moment. It consumes your life. If Edgar was involved, I would know. And beyond that, he was distraught that a friend of his had died of an overdose. Furious, even. He had come to hate Nip as much as I do.
Your staff have some theories about what happened.
I'm sure they do.
Tinkle didn't see anything odd, apart from Edgar even being at the club after such a long absence, but he did note that he seemed very upbeat. Did anything happen recently that might have improved his mood?
Not that I'm aware of, but we had not spoken in a while.
Miss Kitty says she heard Edgar coming back into the club later that evening, along with a cat she recognized the voice of, a big, mean type, she claims.
I would not trust anything Platy claims to have seen or heard after 2 a.m. That's her indulgence time. What she sees or hears then is liable to get confused.
If you say so, but I did find a very large footprint next to Edgar's body, larger than anyone who works for you.
Then investigate it. Do you need my permission?
No, never mind. Finally, Pepe says he saw Mousezilla, but I think we can discount that.
You might find Pepe's convictions ridiculous, but he is not insane or blind. He is loyal and trustworthy. Mousezilla is obviously not real, but if he says he saw something, I'd give him the benefit of the doubt.
You must have accumulated quite the rogues gallery of enemies in this business, Mr. Montague. Can you think of anyone that might want revenge?
I am older than I seem, Nutterbutter, and I have managed to outlive most of my enemies. Those that remain would not strike at me through my son.
If you believe they wouldn't, doesn't that make it the ideal way to catch you by surprise? No ancient rivals, no young upstarts, the catulets I've heard mentioned.
You simply don't know enough about how things work in this city, Nutterbutter. There's a hierarchy, and on top, 2 families stand supreme. Mine and the Catulets. They have their domain and I have mine. We do not jockey for position. There is simply no chance they would have done this. And any small organization, they would not risk annihilation. And that is certainly what would befall them if they dared a move like this.
Well, I'll still keep my eye on those as options for now, if that's all right.
As you wish.
Okay, that's all the information I have so far, Mr. Montague.
Then I imagine you'll want to get back out there and start gathering more. You know where the door is, of course.
Mhm. Ja, und so wie sich das Gewitter beruhigt, beruhigt sich auch jede Situation in dem Spiel. Und genau, das war's dann für jetzt und dann sehen wir uns beim nächsten Mal wieder.